Do you want to be rich? Then watch this video till end. Hey guys, welcome to my channel The Hustler. Today we will talk about the mindset between rich and poor. Have you ever seen that two people who are coming from same place, but one who is financially secure and financially free, but another one is struggling financially? Why does this happen? Because there is a major difference between the financial decisions and mindset of those two people. We will look at those differences today, and then towards the end of video I will talk about the cash flow income statements of rich and poor people. So let's begin. So first major difference is that rich people think that lack of money is the root of all evils, while the poor people think that love of money is the root of all evils. It means that poor people think that money is a bad thing and greedy people wants more money, while rich people think that money is power, money is everything. And the second major difference is that the rich people ask themselves a question, how can I afford it? While the poor people say that I cannot afford this. Now, what's wrong with these two sentences? When we ask ourselves a question, how can I afford it? It means that I am asking my brain that how can I create more money to buy this thing? While when we see a statement that I cannot afford this, it simply shuts down our mind and we cannot achieve more money and always struggles financially. And the third major difference is that rich people always learn to manage risk, while the poor people want to play it safe. They do not want to take any risk in their life. They usually teach their children simply go to school, get a job and be financially free. They don't want their children to start their business on their own because they are afraid of failures. They don't want to take some risk. And fourth biggest difference is that rich people have more than one source of income. That is, they have passive source of income. Let me give you an example. For example, rich people buy some rental property, and if they are not doing anything, still their rental property is generating some cash flow every month to cover up their expenses, while poor people only work for money and they have only active source of income, that is job and salary, while rich people do not work for money. In fact, money works for them. For example, rental property is generating cash flow. And another example of passive income is that, for example, they own some business. For example, they have learned digital marketing, affiliate marketing, and they have created some kind of YouTube videos. Even when they are sleeping, from the ad revenues, they are still generating some money. That is a passive income. So in the next part of video, we will cover income statement of rich and poor people. So let's see. See, rich people have always income greater than expenses. It means they spend less than they earn, and they have always more number of assets than liabilities. Now, what is an asset and what is a liability? Asset is that money which puts money into our pocket, and liability is a thing which puts money out from our pocket. For example, a car which somebody brought on EMI or a expensive phone which somebody brought on EMI is a kind of liability because it is taking money from their pocket every month, while a kind of rental property is kind of asset because it is giving them cash flow into their pocket every month. So what does the rich people do? They spend their money on assets, not on liabilities, and thus their income increases, while poor people have always liabilities more than assets, and their expenses are either equal to income or more than income. That's why they have so many credit cards and they come under debt. which is very difficult to pay in their lifetime. And the poor people will spend all their money on liabilities, and their expenses increases. For example, car EMI cost, phone EMI cost, and many more. Now, how the rich stays poor, rich and poor people always stay poor or middle class? Because let's see the cash flow of poor, middle and rich people. So firstly, look at poor people. For example, a person in a poor family do some kind of job and it gives him monthly salary or monthly income, and that monthly salary goes into his expenses. For example, taxes, rent, food, cloth, transportation, and at the end of the month he doesn't have any savings. And he doesn't have any savings to invest in some assets, and he don't have assets and doesn't have liabilities too. Now comes the middle class people who have more money than poor people. Same scenario, the person is doing job and its job is generating him monthly income. They have same expenses, food, rent, transportation, clothing, etc. But they spend their money, extra money on liabilities just to look rich, just to let the society show that they are rich, but actually they are not rich. They are focusing on looking rich, not being rich. So they spend that extra money on liabilities. Look, they are spending money on liabilities like many credit cards to buy luxury clothes, to buy luxury brands, to buy luxury cars, luxury phones, and they are giving every month EMI and insurance and interest on car payments. So at the end of the month they have left nothing in their savings. Now comes the rich people mindset, which we all want to become. Look, rich people have more than one source of income, that is they have active plus passive income. And what they are doing with their passive income, they are building assets from an extra source of income. For example, they have real estate, rental properties, and they are covering all the expenses from that cash flow that is generated from their assets. They are investing their money on stocks, bonds, intellectual properties, mutual funds, cryptocurrencies, etc. Because these are assets, their value is gonna increase in future, while liability values like car loans and these kind of things do not expand in future. Their value always depreciate with time, while an asset value always increases with time. So overall, we have learned from these cash flows that if we want to be rich, firstly we need to develop our rich mindset, and then we need to buy more assets than liabilities. There's a good line that the goal is to be rich, not to look rich. I will cover these kind of financial educational videos in future. If you wanna watch those, then please stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Stay tuned.